Hello everyone, my name is CantDoGames and welcome back to the channel and welcome back to some more weird news. Today's weird news is all about the Hurricane Ian that just struck America. This one's been quite dangerous, it would seem. And also, man who claimed to be King Charles's son shares last letter to the Queen. That's all to come today in today's weird news. I hope you stick around, I hope you enjoy, and you give a like on this video at the end of it and comment your thoughts on the news, of course. Anyways, let's get into this. But before that all begins, did you know that you could play soccer in 0G? Because I didn't fucking know that. Zero gravity football. It's a real thing. Zero gravity soccer game breaks world record at 20,230 feet. Basically, they go in that plane that does a zero gravity thing and they play a little football game in there. That's what I'm getting from the image. Yeah. September 28th, Portuguese soccer legend Luis Figo and a team of international players put their skills to the test in zero gravity to break a Guinness World Record for the high altitude game of soccer. The Guinness World Records attempts, organised by MasterCard, saw Figo and the team of players from around the world boarded a plane specially outfitted with an onboard soccer field, and the flight took a parabolic path to simulate zero gravity for the game at 20,230 feet. Imagine, how would you play football or any kind of sports in zero gravity? I know, like, you know, but it's like when you throw the ball, it's gonna be like he's going for a kick. It's just gonna be like really slow motion, and it's gonna be like go, boop, and it'll just roll. It'll just roll. It'll just float, and the goalie could just go, got it. You know what I mean? I don't understand, like, how it. Like, are there different rules than real football? Or the game officially broke the Guinness World Records for the highest altitude game of football slash soccer on a parabolic flight. Football transcended boundaries and united people around the world. I have played in a stadium where the electrics atmosphere sparks emotional cuts across the cultures of nationality. This was the exact same experience I had playing a beautiful game at 20,000 feet above the ground with a group of fearless football fanatics taking their passion for the sports to unprecedented heights, Figo said in the interview release. Let's actually have a look at this video because I'm intrigued. Oh my god. So it starts off normal. Okay, then they just go up, and there we go. Fuck! Not allowed to touch it with your hands. They look like they're having fun. That's good, but yeah. They actually got a goal. Oh. It looks quite fun actually. And then back to normal. It's actually pretty cool looking. Help me! I just fuck. Oh bloody hell, that's really cool actually. Oh. Alright, that was just a bit of fun and that on a weird stick. I just thought that I just never saw that before, and I was like, wait, what? Zero gravity football? Huh? But yeah, back on. Anyways, back to the real bit of news today. Right. Oh, my old Samsung 6 is updating. I didn't tell it that. Man who claims to be King Charles' son shares the last letter to the Queen. But he probably didn't get any replies, I bet. What I know about this is he's been talking to Prince Harry. And if you don't know, I think it's Prince Harry. Yeah, they stepped back to be royal, senior royals, didn't they? Yeah. So he's trying to talk to Prince Harry, I believe. That's what I've heard. The man who claimed to be the forgotten son of King Charles has shared the last he sent to the Queen, or Granny, to him. Simon Dorate Day from Australia, Queensland, of course. Yeah, of course, from Queensland, has been going on about how Charles and Camilla are his parents for years now. Oh dear God. The 59-year-old engineer has repeatedly shared evidence to back his outlandish claims and has even tried to make contact with the royal family. And probably got fucking shut down instantly following the death of the Queen. Earlier this month, Simon has decided to share the last letter he sent to her back in November. I don't really see any resemblance to Charles. Just saying. I think it's time. It's time for the world to read this. He told 7news.com. I've kept the contents of the letters confidential until now, but with her passing, I think it's appropriate to share my last correspondence with her. When I don't think it is the right time. I don't think it's a good time to do it. I think the best time probably would have done it is when she was alive, because then you would have more evidence of the claim. When she passed away, I was disappointed that she had died without responding to my messages. That was my first thing. Just sad because the window of opportunity has closed. In the letter, Simon, who has 9 kids, fucking hell, of his own, took the opportunity to lay out to the monarch why exactly he is so convinced he's her grandson. Simon was born in the UK and adopted at 8 months old, with both of his adoptive grandparents working for the Queen and Prince Philip. Okay. Over the years of residing with the Day family, my adopted grandparents, Winfred and Ernest Bowden, often spoke about the time they worked for the royal household, he wrote. Then on my last visit to the United Kingdom in 1998, my adopted grandmother, Winfred, told me herself that my birth parents were your son Charles and his wife Camilla. You know, it's because they're your grandparents. They could be old, they could just be losing their mind, you know what I mean? Normally when it comes to like royalty, they don't put their kids up for adoption, even if it's not with another royal. They don't. It's not a good thing, like for the image of the monarch. It's not. They prefer you to marry and have kids with another royal or a duke, or stuff like that. But I don't know. Like it could have been. He could have like done it. He could have been like too young. Didn't want to get anything like to get him involved. But I don't buy it. Thing is, I didn't even know you could send a letter to the Queen because. Doesn't it go through like so many other people first before it actually does get to her? Because I swear she has people that reads it for her, but I could be wrong. But let's have a look at this letter. Sent on 2021 November of last year. Last year. Your Majesty. Firstly, I hope this letter finds you well in good spirits. Approaching the festive season. I take the liberty of approaching you via the governor office. However, given the position with which my family and I find ourselves, we feel this action is justified. I can certainly understand and to some degree forgive actions that have been taken in the past in relation to my existence, but I cannot forget what has occurred. These actions included my eyes, which were blue, being forcibly changed to brown at the age of 8, and 2 of my teeth being filled down at the age of 15. These actions, I believe, were undertaken to conceal my true identity. Furthermore, over the years of residing with the Day family, my adoption grandparents, Wilfred and Ernest Bowden, often spoke about the time they worked for the royal household. Then on my last visit to the United Kingdom in 1998, my adopted grandparents, Winfred, told me herself that my birth parents were your son Charles and his wife Camilla. It would be naive of me to think you are not aware of my claim, nor that you have not been following events to date. Subsequently, you will also be aware of the actions I have recently commended and the level of attention this has already received. I am writing on behalf of my family and I to ask for your assistance in coming forward and resolving this issue and stopping this global assault. May God give you the strength to come forward. I don't know. It doesn't seem real. There's a lot that must be going on. The only way of knowing the truth really is getting a DNA test, but the king could straight out say no, couldn't he? King Charles could just say, nah, he isn't mine. And he could just say, not even get a DNA test. It's the royal family, Jesus Christ, trying to get a lawsuit or something on them is not a good idea. Simon believes he was conceived by Charles in 1965 when the king was just 17 years old. Dirty old boy. Sorry. He also detailed how he believes his appearance was altered during his childhood through a series of medical procedures. Can you actually get your eyes changed? Permanent change eye colour can be achieved through iris implant surgery. Oh, okay, it can be. Ah, so you can, but I don't think they would do that to such a young kid, especially back then. I don't think they would have had stuff like that, or would they? I don't know. It's just a bit weird that you're saying, "Oh, I've got brown eyes, but I used to have blue eyes. I've always had hazel. My eyes have always been hazel, and they always will be." Just saying. I can certainly understand and to some degree forgive actions that have been taken in the past in relation to my existence, but I cannot forget that has occurred, he continued. He rounded off the letter by appealing to the monarch to stop this global assault. He wrote, "It would be naive of me to think you are not aware of my claims, nor that you have been following events to date." Yes, you can't keep up to date with everything, you know what I mean? There's so much going on for her and all that, as the Queen and all that, and, well, now Charles, they can't always get round to reading out one that someone sent that could possibly be real. You know, they get sent thousands of letters every day by people, other cultures and all that, you know. Subsequently, you will all be aware of the actions I have received, commenced, and the level of attention this has already received. I am writing on behalf of my family, and I to speak for your assistance in coming forward and resolving the issue. There's not really much else on it, or there's not much there because there's still going on. So I'll keep this up to date, but I don't know. I don't think it's real. You know what I mean? It'll be a publicity stunt, but if you're trying to trying to get into the family, the monarch, and you're trying it this way, I don't think it's going to end well for you, mate, but you never know. Hey, if you really are the son, give us some DNA, basically, because that's one thing you can't change with medical procedures. Give us DNA, and then somehow get the king to give us DNA, and we'll see if they compare. Only way, unless you got old letters from the adoptions that you probably don't, because you said they wanted him being concealed and hidden away for unknown reason. So yeah. Anyways, the next bit of news to do with that hurricane called Ian. Cameraman drops his camera during the live broadcast to help people fleeing the safety during Hurricane Ian. This happened literally today, and it's pretty big. A live cross on an Australian morning show has been interrupted as the cameraman ditched his kit in order to lend hands to those trying to flee floodwaters in the US as Hurricane Ian batters Florida's coast. Sunrise crossed live to Channel 7's US correspondent Tim Lester, who was reporting from the Florida city of Naples on the Gulf of Mexico early Thursday morning, September 29. In a dramatic moment that was beamed out to the audience across Australia, Channel 7 cameraman Glenn Ellis abandoned his post to help a group of locals struggle to wade through the rising flood waters. Good on him. Good on him. Fuck the news. Help people. Don't just be a bystander. Help. Good. He's a good Samaritan. He's a good man.
A hurricane is to Americans what cyclones are to Australians, isn't it? But this one is as big as Florida. That is massive.
Keep going. Keep going.
Are you okay?
Yes. It's an enormous, enormous storm. Yeah, no, fine. We're just helping some people.
We'll go help as well then, mate.
Camera operator Glenn Ellis.
Hey, he's still got the camera in the right area.
I think you can see trying to help people who are away
from
their homes. We've spoken to a couple of them, and they tell us all.
Oh, he's picked up the camera himself. The reporter's now like, the reporter guy's now like, all right, I'll do your job. How the fuck do we do this? He's like this, with his camera like, yeah, can I get that? And just talk like this, like, all right, everyone, I'm still doing the news without the cameraman. While the Aussie reporter continued with his broadcast, Ellis could be seen helping those battle through the storm path to flee from the rising water. One person could be seen holding the hand of a child while struggling to carry their belongings through the rising waters. Lester continued, "We have spoken to a couple of them, and they tell us already that their house have been lost in the water. Damn. They have flooded right through, and they have had to abandon them." The Channel 7 report explains that they were able to find high enough ground for their live cross as weather conditions continued to worsen. And we've got like a video here. Rare first-person view of the storm surge. Let's have a look. Oh my god. That happened basically this morning in America. Jesus. Fucking terrifying. I see like Godzilla just under that water. Here is what the view typically looks. That's what it normally looks like. That, and it's turned into Well, Jesus. Hurricane Ian made landfall in Florida on Wednesday, September 28th, as a powerful Category 4 storm with winds were around 241 kilometers per hour as it hit the coast. Fuck, can you imagine that hitting face? Jesus. Just all that force of water just... Oh, you'll be... I don't care if you think you can survive that. I think you'll break your neck or get whiplash. Or you would fucking die. Jesus. The hurricane was only a few kilometers per hour under being classed as a Category 5 storm, the highest on the hurricane disaster scale. NBC report that the National Hurricane Center has warned of life-threatening storms, surge, catastrophic winds, and flooding in Florida's peninsula, with millions under evacuation order. Florida Governor Ron DeSantis warned civilians in an event addressing that the worst may be yet to come. Jesus. This storm is doing a number on the state of Florida, the governor says. He added that civilians can expect the storm to move through the states on Wednesday and for much of tomorrow. Bloody hell. That's insane, that is. Let's have a look, see what we got going on. 3 Florida men spotted trying to swim during a hurricane. Really? Why? Oh my god. So, 3 men decided to go, fuck it, let's go swimming in a hurricane. That's nearly a class 5. Yep, there they are. They are literally trying to go for a swim. Oh my god. Okay then, that was today's weird news. Let me know your thoughts and all that about the old mysterious son of King Charles that no one knew about and could possibly be real. All in the comments below, and don't forget to leave a like to support this channel. And if you're new, subscribe. And I send all and to everyone in America right now who have been struck by Hurricane Ian, my condolences. I hope that no lives were lost and you were able to repair and rebuild. You're strong out there. I know you guys are. You get more hurricanes than anywhere else. Anyways, I'll see you tomorrow. Ciao.